Tell me, though, what's his technique? That last strike, it seems invincible.
Hi and welcome to the Immortal Iron Fist podcast, Sons of the Dragon. This is me, Rebecca.
And Karl.
And unfortunately, Connor and Omar couldn't make it, so you have us to take you through Iron Fist Heart of the Dragon, issue 5.
It's the old guard.
Yes, and before we start, Connor wants to make sure that we thank all the Patreons. I will thank Karl to his face. Thank you, Karl, for being a Patreon. Also, Ray from the Moon Knight podcast, Into the Night, and he also does a Spider-Woman one, which I don't know the name of, but he can attack me for that later. And Derek from TV Podcast Industries, who does all sorts of geeky TV coverage, and they're very good. And so they help us keep on the air. And we will do. Connor's also given us feedback for the issue, but I think given that it's not expansive, but it covers the overall story, so we'll do that at the end. We'll try and remember to do that at the end.
Oh, we won't at all, because he couldn't bother to show up, so screw him.
I'm saying nothing. No, he's
Pay the price.
It happens. At least he did feedback, so it's good. We're good.
Yes.
So I didn't actually. Before I opened it, I was like, "Are we really up to issue 5 already?" It seems like not much has happened for 4 issues.
I am in complete and utter agreement with you.
Like, I was literally shocked. I was so sure we were doing issue 4
And
that when I saw
Rebecca?
when you guys were talking about issue 5 being sold on eBay, and I was like going, like, isn't it like age? I obviously checked to see what was going on and had a look at the order, and I'm like, what? It's out tomorrow? It's like crazy. So yeah, that's my initial feelings about issue 5. Was like, what the hell?
Well, my feeling for issue 5 is when I finished reading issue 5, I still kind of felt like nothing has happened yet.
Yeah. We will come back to that. So
But the reason why we were talking about it on eBay is the speculators not only got everything wrong, but this issue jumped up in price, and the issue number 1 of what was the mini called?
Wherever Pay is introduced.
Yeah, the introduction of Pay and the issue also shot up in price because they were under the impression that Pay was going to become the new Iron Fist.
Yeah, it's like somebody said it as like, oh, there's a rumor, and you know how these things happen. Like, then it snowballs, and everyone's like, oh, there's a rumor, and it's like it's so unlikely. Like, we don't even know if Iron Fist is going to be in the MCU. Never mind, like, any of this other stuff. So, like, my suggestion to everyone is that you do not listen to speculators. If you want the comics, buy them. Like, because these kind of comics, even if Pay is in the MCU, there is a limit to how much that comic is going to sell for.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it's not going to be your retirement fund. So, like, yeah, you could make some money flipping it. Fair. If you want to, I find that kind of thing way too stressful in case I'm, like, buying things that then don't do that. But, like, if you're willing to work on possibly fairly small margins. But, I mean, it's still elevated here. But it was probably elevated anyway as being the first appearance of Pay. It's just gone higher. Because I remember when there was a Winter Soldier comic a couple of years ago, and issue 2, I was standing in a comic shop with a friend and buying these grab bags of comics where you can see the front one and the back one, but you can't see the middle 2. And I was like, oh, I like that Winter Soldier run. I'll get it. But I've already got issue 2. And my friend's like going, oh, well, that's going for like £10 on eBay now because it's the first appearance of RJ. And I was like, okay. And then bought it and sent it to a friend who was missing issue 2. So, like, because, in the end, there's more enjoyment I think you can get from comics than, like, there's one thing being like Carl and being like an Omar and being like completionist and like wanting every appearance of Iron Fist. I get that. But you're not doing it so you can sit on eBay at the weekend and like see which ones you can flip for money, right? So
No.
that's the difference to me, is it's if you've got the time and you're willing, it's just I'm never going to have the time for the kind of, small profits you can generally make. But if you're really knowledgeable and you follow the market, fair play. But like, I would not go on MCU rumors from random places. Now, if you actually like have an in on the MCU, that's different,
Yes. Message us.
Well, I mean, I have friends who have varying degrees of knowledge, but like, I don't tend to abuse it, and I only use it for things like, is this true? Yes, no. And I wouldn't use it for things like pay, because like, clearly that's a fair way out unless it happens in Shang-Chi, which I'm not really sure. I think there'll be a bit more settled time before we see the Netflix, the Defenders. Except maybe in Spider-Man and maybe in She-Hulk, I'm guessing. They're the most, or maybe Moon Knight, most street ones. They're the most street ones, but anyway.
Mm-hmm.
But the first appearance pays cool anyway. It's Iron Fist, the living weapon. So, I
Now,
did look
did
it
you
up.
guys discuss the supposed rumor
What
of
supposed rumor?
the Iron Fist appearance in Shang-Chi?
Well, again, is that actually a rumor, or is it just somebody saying, oh, one of the scenes had somebody in green and yellow?
Pretty much both.
Yeah. So that goes back to my thing, is like, I think we all know there's a possibility, like there's a connection between Shang-Chi and Danny that means it's feasible, but I'm not going to lose any sleep over whether it
Oh,
happens or not.
no,
I
neither
mean,
am
it's
I.
just like, the only rumor I've heard, I think I said, and I don't even know where I heard that from. So this, again, pinch of salt, is that they're recasting Luke and Danny if they come to the MCU,
Mm-hmm.
but they might keep the others. But
I
again,
heard
pinch
that
of
rumor.
salt.
Then our favorite website that just makes shit up said they're all coming back, the original actors.
Yeah.
And the rumor I heard about Shang-Chi is the Iron Fist is the female in the flashback Kung
Yeah,
Fu
you
scene.
see, again, I'm guessing that's based on the fact that they were green and yellow and it was a
Yeah.
woman. So Connor is really going to hate editing this bit. Feel free to edit it all out, Connor.
Suck it.
He hates this kind of speculation because I
Good.
understand, like, it gets, you can get excited about things like preemptively and then get let down by them. So I think it's always better to just assume until you see a bit more evidence. Like, remember, all these fan sites are just in it for clicks. And with the Netflix Iron Fist thing, obviously that's a little bit, well, it stirred up some controversy. So they're honing in on that probably a little bit faster than other things, but especially as Shang-Chi is a martial artist as well. But let's get on with the issue. Anyway, writer Larry Hama, artist Dave Wachter, Niraj,
Drawing.
Niraj Menon, color artist, VC's Travis Lanham, letterer, Billy Tan and Lena Jin, cover artist, and the variants by Eduard Petrovich.
Which is a very nice cover.
Is that they've had a really nice run of covers generally.
Now, I have to discuss this normal cover.
Yeah.
Are you looking at the normal cover?
I am looking at the normal cover.
All right. First of all, I'm even going to ignore the fact that she's got 3 fingers and 2 thumbs. Because that just bothers me. Your pinky cannot be the same size as your thumb. Unless you've had some horrible bowling accident.
I don't look at these things that closely, but okay, carry on. I thought we were ignoring that.
Is it just me, or is she in this picture, not in the book, in this picture, wearing blue jeans and Ugg boots?
No, she's not, but they're very similar. I think she looks like she's wearing a bodysuit to me.
It's even got the seam.
The Uggs and Ugg boots are way chunkier than that. Like, I know nothing about fashion. I know Ugg boots are chunkier than that. But she doesn't look like she's wearing particularly practical boots for fighting in water. But then Danny's not particularly wearing, neither of them look very well dressed for what they're doing.
I think the artist didn't talk to the colorist on this.
I like the pink of the text, though. It's another unusual. You know how I keep talking about how this book has unusual colors? This cover has unusual colors, which I like.
I like the water effect going down the sides.
Yeah.
It almost frames the picture.
It's very good.
But again, my problem with the Ugg boots and the blue jeans is that's a colorist thing. Because in the book she's wearing almost like a white and off-white outfit.
Yeah, I wonder if they're trying to do shadow and it's come off looking blue jeansy. Like, I get why you're saying it. I just thought she was in a white bodysuit and that was the shadow. So.
But other than that,
I
like it.
I like it too.
I like the variant more.
The variant's very nice. It's very bright.
I do like it.
Okay, do you remember what happened in this story? Because I barely remember.
Stuff.
Yeah, so
dragons,
it's really pretty. The art is so fantastic, and oh my god, I love the colouring. Like, it's been a long time since I've seen a book that the colouring has really grabbed me like this. And I just like it because you just don't see it. It's just a really interesting use of pastels and other colours that we don't see very much. But yeah, this dude, the Hierophant, is trying to get the Chi of all the Heavenly Dragons, as we knew. He's doing this weird swirly ceremony with all the dragon hearts swirling around him.
And
then he's sort of
outfit.
Yeah, he's kind of got wormy, snaky. Well, I don't even know what they are. They're just tentacles, but not tentacles. So they are kind of like giant worms, like wrapped around him. They look a bit like sort of intestines.
And I'm sorry, but he looks. I've seen him before, and it wasn't in a Marvel book. I'm thinking Hellboy.
It does look a bit like, what's his name, Abe Sapien. He's got a bit of the Abe Sapien face, but he's chunkier. He's a chunker. And he's covered in worms. So he steps through this fiery portal into the streets of Rio.
Sounds like a bad Eddie Izzard bit.
Yeah.
It's
covered in worms. He walks through Rio and Sunspot's there. Really nice depiction of Sunspot. Again, beautiful little. I like his little yellow fist as well. He's getting beaten down by these zombies. Worm Dude's just wandering through to the next portal.
I have to go off on a tangent. Did you see the New Mutant movie?
Nope.
All right then. Sunspot didn't get justice done to him, and the movie's it's not horrendous, but it's not good either.
Yeah. It sounded eminently missable. I mean, I'll watch it one day, but maybe I'll watch it this afternoon. It's unlikely, though. I'm watching something else at the moment. But yeah, so he carries on through the portals. He goes to Peng Lai, which is where Fat Cobra was. Fat Cobra's home, which is now devastated, apparently. Like, beautiful. So then you get the sort of the beautiful sort of Asian architecture, which is all destroyed. Zombie tries to come and kill him, and he fries them. And then Brenda catches up with him and apologizes for not having killed the zombie. And
actually, I think that was one of the residents. I don't think that was a zombie.
Oh, was it? Okay. A resident, sorry. They get killed pretty quickly. And they go off together. They go to the Heart of Heaven, where we have our gang of Fat Cobra, Power Man, Iron Fist, Dog Brother, the Bride of Nine Spiders, Fu, Pei, Gork, and Okoye, who has killed the spider dragon and cut out its heart.
They skipped somebody.
Who did they skip?
Right-hand side of the page.
Oh, yeah. It's just random monk, I don't know.
No, that's the original Iron Fist.
Is it?
That's the Green Mist. That's the guy that inspired the creation of Iron Fist there. What's his name? I'm totally blanking.
I don't know.
Oh, Connor's gonna kill me for this one.
Are you
Well,
sure?
it's the green mist guy.
Has he
Yeah,
been in? Was he in last week's? I mean, last
yeah,
month. Oh, I don't remember him.
been the last, I think, 2.
Oh well. Yeah. Okay. Random dude who's not random. So she tries to explain why she's a good guy, Okoye, and that she was told to that she had to. The dragon told her to do it. Whatever. The dragon of the heart of heaven said I had to see the whole picture and make impossible choices, as we all suspected. Then she starts absorbing the chi. Danny's very upset that she's stealing it, but she says it's freely given. And then they're about to fight.
Doesn't believe her.
Yeah, they're about to fight. The plaza starts collapsing. Luke moves everyone out of the way. The dragon, they all fall down as the plaza starts to collapse.
Prince of Orphans.
Oh, I thought, no, they said the Prince of Orphans. Oh, no, you're right, Dog Brother. Oh, yeah, Prince of Orphans. They should have named him. You're right. I do like him. So everyone's collapsed into the next courtyard down, and it's apparently an ancient temple to the Mother of Mercy, who, because her picture's up on the wall. And then they get attacked by zombies, by undead ninjas, same, zombie ninjas. So they're fighting, and Danny and Okoye are fighting, and they both have chi powers. Blah, 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 blah. She whacks him in the chest eventually, and Kuan Yi, the Mother of Mercy, pours some water over Iron Fist and tells him to be merciful.
And let the water of life revive you.
I mean, he wasn't really unrevived. He was still a bit knocked out from being smashed into a wall. But once again, Iron Fist taken out by someone who should be a similar power level. But hey, not fully taken out. Then the Mother of Mercy does the whole spiel about why Okoye isn't bad. And that lasts a page, because that's really interesting. Again, she's coloured beautifully. It looks like she's almost coloured with chalk. It's very luminescent. It's very pretty. And then the Hierophant and Brenda turn up.
Dun, dun, dun.
Shall I kill her now, says Brenda. And okay, he tells her to channel his dragon chi through her sword arm. So she does.
Which I don't understand, because...
Why doesn't he just kill her? I mean, like, whatever.
Well, the other thing I don't understand is, hasn't he been, like, gifting chi powers to, like, everybody?
Yeah. But anyway, so she spears through Kuan Yi.
Shoom.
And Danny and Okoye are very surprised.
With surprised faces.
With her dying breath, she tells her to remember mercy and redemption must never vanish from the heart of heaven. And then Danny's like, why, Brenda? Did you not like sex with me? He doesn't say that. But the comment would be far funnier if he did.
Oh, brother.
Yeah, and then there's a big fight. She just says that she don't want power, of course.
She's pissed.
She's pissed and she wants power. And then they all gather together and they're all going to have a big fight. Basically. They're all getting together to have a big fight.
I just find it funny that Pai's running around with a sword bigger than her.
Yeah, I love her. But she's like crazy. She doesn't care.
And I'm sorry, but can we just end this whole Pai being Iron Fist? Pai technically already is an Iron Fist.
Yeah.
She has the mark of the dragon on her.
Yeah.
She can channel the chi power.
Yeah.
Technically, she is an Iron Fist.
Yeah.
There's no going to be the next one. She already
is the next one, and Danny's her mentor. But yeah, so then the Hierophant kind of firebombs them all, and Brenda says, "Oh, finish them off."
That is a good paid shot of him.
It's a
Throwing
very good shot of him.
fireballs.
Even his snakes, even his worms look good. Even his worms look good.
The
So
robe of worms.
she runs in to go stab Luke, and her sword breaks.
Across his chest.
Yep, and he punches her.
And says, right hook trumps long priest robe.
And then...
Because she said long priest robe cut should, and then it's her blade shatters.
So then the Prince of Orphans, who I now recognise, no, I just need... says to...
What's worse is Okoye actually says his name on that page, and we both paying any attention. I was busy Googling
because
him.
honestly, this comic is not that. It's very pretty.
Yep.
Let's pit our
Nice.
combined skills against her master. So here's their combined skills. Some of them are using chi. Pei's using a sword. Bride of Nine Spiders is spewing spiders. Gork's firing. He's got some sort of force field around him that Danny thinks will yield to the Iron Fist. So he's powered up now. And Okoye has powered up her spear.
And Fu says, stop. We have no idea what will happen when powerful chi forces clash. We must think. I have it. If I overload the main gateway at the Rand Tower, it might collapse all the gateways, even the ones generated by Hierophant.
Fat Cobra throw me to the surface. Fu's great.
So, Fu gets the fastball special from Fat
He
Cobra.
gets the absolute fastball special, while the Hierophant and Brenda go off to crush the impertinent homunculus. Okay. Alright. And then Luke's like, well, if you collapse all the gates, will we be trapped here? And Danny's like, oh, that's just a ploy to buy us more time. Not sure it is. I think Luke might have a point here, Danny, but okay.
So we wind back up in the basement of Rand Industries.
Yep.
With the giant homemade portal. And Ding and Dong show up and confront Fu. And he says, you don't threaten me with that gun. It's worthless. He's like, I'm not aiming at you. Patoom! Because the gun's monstrous. It's bigger than him. And then we have a clip to the brand new rebuilt Rand Towers that is no longer blown up by ninjas or turned into a giant robot.
Incredibly tall Rand Tower.
Yes. And someone's asking for her appointment, and the whole building goes shoosh and shakes. And the guy working the receptionist desk doesn't even blink, saying when they rebuilt the tower, they made it blast proof. They tell me the basement rivals Cheyenne Mountain.
Is that known for
No idea.
Earthquakes? Who knows? Who knows? American centric, and not even all Americans know. But we'll assume.
Now, through another portal inside the realms, the team is going into the hidden city that looks deserted.
Yeah, they always look deserted.
And they decide that they're bringing the fight directly to what they think could be the weak point of Hierophant's power. And then we have Pei and Gork looking all badass.
They do look. That's a really nice panel of them, I have to say.
That should be a t-shirt.
Yeah.
Marvel, if you're listening.
Yeah.
T-shirt design right there.
It's not even got a background. It's like super easy.
Just take out the word bubble and drop it on a shirt.
Yeah. Before you launch Pei in all your series, every film.
So they're like
they carry on.
Baofu Citadel? Is this the weak point we are attacking? No, it's up there leaping down at us.
Yeah. And it is
there we
the
have it.
ghost dragon of the hidden city.
Dun, dun, dun.
It's
to be
cool.
continued.
Yeah. So we made it sound much more exciting than it actually is to read.
Yep. Didn't take me 3 tries to get through it.
Yeah. I read through it really quickly and just went, did anything happen? And I had to read through it again. So Connor said he thought the issue was okay, but a bit underwhelming. He said he'd been waiting for some good one-on-one fights, but there hasn't really been any, although Luke taking out Brenda was hilarious. Not a big fan of Okoye so far, just don't find them interesting or any reason to be related to Iron Fist at all. Did she need the chi powers? I get Hammer likes her, but it just feels very forced. Also, her starring on the next cover as opposed to Danny is lame. I think we already knew that he fought. I think we've discussed that before anyway. I think, yeah, I mean, I don't really care who's on the cover, because in the end, most people probably end up reading it in trade.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
And let's be honest, most things that are on covers never happen in the book, anyways.
yeah, I mean, I get the point. If you're gonna, we should point out the alternate, so the cover that he's talking about has Okoye in the foreground and Danny in the background,
Mm-hmm.
and then the variant cover has them both together, has them the other way around. So Danny in the foreground, Okoye in the background, but with the Iron Fist logo, the Iron Fist brand across her face.
And her bald head.
But again, variant, I'm not sure how much variant artists get to find out what's actually happening in a comic. So I wouldn't take too much of that to heart either. I mean, she's clearly got chi powers. There's no need for her to be an Iron Fist as such.
Right. And it's not even the right dragon that grants the Iron Fist.
Exactly. So I would suggest that they sort of said, well, she's got some powers, and they just went with it. So, but yeah, I'm just saying that the variant cover has Danny in the foreground.
It's a nice looking cover.
They've actually had a really nice run of covers on this. So both variants, and they've done variants throughout, which is nice. They don't always do that. But yeah, I don't know. I mean, I still think it's a really beautiful comic, but I just think the fact this has been 5 issues and we've barely got anywhere.
Mm-hmm.
Like I just don't understand what happened in issues 2 to 4. Maybe 4 I vaguely have an aware. Because it's just, it doesn't take long to get the team together that they've got, because it's other Immortal Warriors and Pei and Luke. So Danny's besties and his mates. So it's not like they had to go hard and far. And I don't care. I mean, I don't feel strongly about Okoye. If you're gonna have someone else, I guess it makes sense to have a warrior at least. But I don't. It could have been anyone to me.
Yeah. I like the character. I think she's cool and all, but it literally, with what she's done in the issues, it could have been anybody, and it doesn't matter.
Yeah, it could have been anyone, I guess, who has a distinctive weapon. It's quite nice to, because Danny uses his fists.
Mm-hmm.
And it's kind of nice to have someone who's not using the gun, because Fu uses the gun. And has, so I guess I quite like the spear. I like that there's a distinctive weapon that is connected to her that you get to see do it with. But it wouldn't really care if it was somebody else. And I also like I mean, I like all the Dora Milaje, but I just, to me it seems like it could have been anyone. But then why not? Knight. But yeah, but he's got his own little. He
just started another book himself.
He's very depressed at the moment. So
I bought issue 1. I haven't read it yet.
Yeah, he's very sad. I read I haven't read issue 1 yet, although I bought the black cover. Don't know why. Mm-hmm. Don't know why, but I bought the black blank cover, and but I read the one before that. I read when he was in Venom, and he's very, very sad and depressed. So I imagine this carries on the same way.
Well, you do like to go to signings, and Omar brought up a very good fact that they like to doodle on those blank covers. So
I do. Often the weird coloured blank covers are more expensive, and this one wasn't. And I was just I quite like the logo they've done for Black Knight, so it's literally just that and then black. So we shall see. But yeah, do you have anything else to say about the issue?
No, looks really nice.
What do you think's going to happen in issue 6?
I don't even know.
I mean, as far as I've got, it's just like,
Thankfully, it'll end.
yeah. And that sounds so bad because it's not been bad. It's just not, and it's gorgeous. Like, really, I would buy it just for the art. But it's unremarkable so far.
Yeah.
Like, it's not going to stand out for me as one of the ones that's pushed any boundaries, or who knows, it may move on the story. We don't know if we're going to reset to the status quo, if Okoye's, I mean, because presumably she's going back to Wakanda. You know, she's not, if she's going to be someone Danny can call on in the future. Yeah, I guess the Hierophant will be conquered, and Brenda will be conquered, and
because technically she's kind of an immortal weapon right now.
yeah. So we just have to see, because you never know with these 6-parters if they're actually gonna go back to the status quo from the beginning or actually move things forward. So we'll see.
The scariest part is I know why they push for 6 issues. It's for the $20 trademark, which is kind of cheesy, but right now, this could have been a 2-issue mini, and it still would have been dull.
It could have been like, it certainly could have, to be fair, it's only being sold for £10, the trade here. But yeah, it's a $20 trade. It's £15. So I just had a look. Danny's on the front cover of the trade, Connor. It's okay. There's not even a Okoye in sight on the cover of the trade. It's just Danny, both fists, making kind of dragon in the light. Oh, like I was saying I liked last time. Although it doesn't look like that's necessarily a fixed cover. So, who knows. Although it does say after this epic adventure, the Iron Fist will never be the same again. I have a feeling it probably will, but we'll see.
Maybe he's getting a new outfit. Maybe
his collar will get burnt off. And somebody will be like, maybe you shouldn't do that.
Well, this artist already does them with the short collar, so.
Yeah, I know. But, I just trying to think of other things that could... I mean, he's changed his outfit a few times through the years, so... Write and tell us on the website, on our Facebook page, what you think will be the big change.
Yes. What shall it be? Outfit? Haircut?
Yeah. Oh,
Any
haircut?
retiring?
Nah, maybe.
A mohawk.
No, I'd love that. But I don't really see Danny in a cool haircut. Maybe he'll buy some Uggs. Who knows? Danny in jeans and Uggs.
So since I wasn't in the... we stop it. Since I missed the last podcast, what did you think of the actual Shang-Chi sneak peek trailer? Because they're not even calling it the first trailer. They're just calling it...
Right, Connor, turn off now.
He hasn't even watched the trailer?
No, he doesn't want... Look, you've got to respect. If he's not interested, he's not interested. Like, I thought it was alright. It didn't grab me as much as I expected it to.
My biggest disappointment was no Reggie.
Yeah, I mean, like, I just thought it was... I mean, I like bits of it, but I like how they're doing the 10 rings a lot. With sort of armbands for those who haven't seen it. I don't think that's a massive spoiler.
Well, just to talk about spoilers, don't walk down a toy aisle because the entire Shang-Chi toy line is already hitting Walmarts, and there's shit in there. Sorry, Connor, you gotta beep that out. That's not in the trailer. I'm not going to discuss it, but there's 2 things right in front of your face, and you're like, what the hell is this?
And don't look at Lego.
Yeah, probably that either.
Because there's a big spoiler there. I thought it was quite... I liked the bits where it was stylish, and the sort of real-world action-y stuff was a bit more... Not the fighting, the sort of stuff with Aquafina, and was a bit like, okay, it's all right.
I actually like her.
I like her. but it was just like, okay, she's just being funny again. Like, it was just like, I don't dislike her. Like, I actually do like her, but I just was like, it just didn't grab me. But I don't hate it either. I mean, obviously, I actually took the day off work to go see it, so that will probably be the first film I go back to a cinema for.
I think the first one for me is probably going to be Black Widow.
Nah, I am getting that on Disney Plus.
We have Disney Plus, but I'm paying $30 to go when I can go see it in the movie theater.
I share it with like 3 or 4. I share it with 3 other people, so we are.
I'll pitch in the $10.
Yeah, it's only 20 quid. It's only 20 quid here for a start. So which is the same as 2 cinema tickets anyway.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm like, the 2 of the people I share it with don't have a lot of money, so I am paying for them to see it as well. Plus, I won't be fully vaccinated by then. Oh, I will. No, I will.
That's the only plus I have from working in the hospital. I've been fully vaccinated since January 6th.
Yeah, for sure. Well, we're doing this sort of 12-week gap, so I've had my first. But my second should be beginning of June. But I'm not desperate to like go back out to the cinemas yet. So for one friend of mine asked me if I would pay for Black Widow. I don't mind doing that. It's like it's more as a present for them because they can't afford it and they want to see it and they share my Disney Plus anyway. So so that's why I'm saying Shang-Chi. Otherwise, it probably would be Black Widow. Well, otherwise it'd probably be In the Heights. So.
That's not a comic book movie, so
it's still a movie. But I accept it is not a comic book movie.
I'm kind of shocked that like the drive-ins aren't surging right now over here.
Yeah, we've got a few here, but I don't have a car and don't drive, so. Okay, everyone, send us in your feedback and let us know what you're expecting to happen in issue 6, and we will speak to you again soon. All right, take care.
Adios. Bye-bye.
Hurrah. Okay, I will speak to you later. Connor, there's some hefty stuff to go through.
About 20 minutes of ramble at the end.
Look,
sign up.
We did our best. We gave him a podcast.
We showed up, Connor.
We gave him a podcast. All right, yep. You take care, and I'll speak to you soon. All right,
bye-bye.
Bye.
Iron Fist and all other characters in these comics are properties of Marvel and Disney. Any music or images we use belong to their respective copyright holders. We do this for fun, so please don't sue us. You can contact us at sonsofthedragonpodcast@gmail.com. Just send us mail, comments, thoughts, anything you want really. It doesn't even have to be related to Iron Fist. If you don't want it read on the air though, make sure you mention that. You can also find us on Facebook, the Immortal Iron Fist Podcast, Sons of the Dragon, our Twitter, at Iron Fist Podcast, our SoundCloud, soundcloud.com/Sons of the Dragon, hyphens where the spaces are, our YouTube, Connor Karl, just search Iron Fist Podcast and you'll find us real quick. We are also on iTunes. If you find us there, give us a review and rate us. If it's less than 5 stars, please say why so we can improve the show. And we're on Podcast Garden in the literature section, and last but not least, head over to our WordPress, Sons of the Dragon, the Immortal Iron Fist Podcast.wordpress.com. That's where I put all the show notes. I'd like to thank Thomas Tissot for composing the Iron Fist theme song we use at the start of our Iron Fist episodes on the podcast. I'd also like to thank Peter John Sikorsky for composing the Power Man and Iron Fist theme we use at the start of our Power Man and Iron Fist episodes. And finally, thanks to you guys for listening.